Forget nuclear warheads. The biggest threat to our world isn't physical. It's silent, invisible, and operates at the speed of light. It's cyber warfare. This isn't science fiction. This is our reality. One keystroke can cripple economies, topple governments, and unleash chaos on a scale unimaginable with conventional weapons. Nuclear weapons require vast resources and complex logistics. Cyber warfare? All it takes is a skilled individual, a laptop, and an internet connection. The digital realm is the new battleground. And the warriors who wage war are hackers. They operate in the shadows, their identities often shrouded in anonymity. Their weapons? Lines of code, exploits, and vulnerabilities. Their targets? Governments, corporations, and individuals. Cyber warfare is a silent, invisible war. It's a war where the first strike might be the last. It's a war we can't afford to lose. The seeds of cyber warfare were sown long ago in the hallowed halls of MIT. Back then, hacking wasn't about global domination or crippling infrastructure. It was about intellectual curiosity, pushing boundaries, and outsmarting the system. The first hackers were students, drawn to the allure of technology and the challenge of exploiting its weaknesses. They called it phone phreaking, manipulating the phone system with clever tricks and homemade devices. These pioneers of the digital frontier didn't realize it then, but they were writing the first chapter in the history of hacking. Their exploits, often harmless pranks, would lay the groundwork for something far more significant. As technology advanced, so too did the sophistication of hacking. What began as a niche hobby evolved into a global phenomenon, a force capable of disrupting the very fabric of our society. The digital landscape transformed. Computers became interconnected, forming a vast, intricate web. With this interconnectedness came vulnerability, and where there's vulnerability, there are those who seek to exploit it. Not all hackers are created equal. Like any group, they are a diverse bunch, driven by different motivations. Some hack for good, others for personal gain, and some simply for the thrill of the challenge. To understand the world of hacking, we must understand the different players in this digital game. First, there are the white hats, the ethical hackers. They're the good guys, the cybersecurity professionals who use their skills to protect systems and data. They work for governments and corporations, identifying vulnerabilities and patching security holes before the bad guys can exploit them. Think of them as digital locksmiths, constantly reinforcing the locks and securing the doors. Then there are the gray hats, a more ambiguous group. They often operate in a legal gray area, uncovering vulnerabilities and exploiting them without permission. But their intentions are usually not malicious. They might publicly expose flaws to pressure companies into fixing them, or to raise awareness about security issues. Think of them as digital vigilantes, operating outside the law, but with a sense of ethical responsibility. And then there are the black hats. These are the criminals, the malicious actors who exploit systems for personal gain. They're the ones responsible for data breaches, ransomware attacks, and identity theft. They're the digital bank robbers, motivated by greed, revenge, or simply the desire to cause chaos. These are the hackers who keep governments and cybersecurity experts up at night. The consequences of hacking are no longer confined to the digital world. They spill over into the real world, impacting our everyday lives in tangible and often terrifying ways. The 2021 Colonial Pipeline attack is a chilling example. A ransomware attack on the company responsible for nearly half of the East Coast fuel supply brought a critical infrastructure artery to its knees. Panic buying ensued, fuel prices skyrocketed, and the everyday lives of millions were disrupted. This attack wasn't just about stealing data or demanding ransom. It was a stark demonstration of how vulnerable our critical infrastructure is to cyber attacks. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the digital and physical worlds are inextricably intertwined. And as we become increasingly reliant on technology, the stakes of cyber warfare will only continue to rise. From hospitals to power grids, transportation systems to financial institutions, the potential targets are vast, and the consequences of a successful attack are potentially catastrophic. The Colonial Pipeline attack was just a taste of what's possible in the age of cyber warfare.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got
show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to
Fortress of the United States Central Intelligence Agency. The CIA, with its layers of sophisticated firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and a veritable army of cybersecurity experts, seemed like an impossible target. But honestly, Deviant saw it as the ultimate challenge, a test of his skills, and a chance to strike at the heart of the intelligence community. He spent months meticulously planning his attack, identifying vulnerabilities, exploiting weaknesses, and crafting custom malware designed to bypass even the most robust security measures. His attack was a masterpiece of social engineering and technical prowess. He used phishing emails to gain access to employee credentials, exploited zero-day vulnerabilities to move laterally through the CIA's network, and deployed sophisticated encryption to cover his tracks. The world watched in disbelief as news of the breach broke. The CIA, the very agency tasked with protecting the nation's secrets, had been compromised by a 15-year-old operating from his bedroom. The fallout was immediate and severe. Panic gripped the intelligence community. The CIA scrambled to assess the damage, unsure of what information Deviant had accessed or what he planned to do with it. The incident sent shockwaves through the government, forcing them to confront the uncomfortable reality that even their most sensitive information was vulnerable to a determined and skilled attacker. Deviant, emboldened by his success, issued a series of ransom demands, threatening to release classified information unless his demands were met. The world held its breath, wondering if this teenage hacker would plunge the world into chaos. But Deviant's reign of digital terror was short-lived. The FBI, working tirelessly to track him down, eventually traced the attacks back to his suburban home. The arrest of a 15-year-old for hacking the CIA sent shockwaves through the world. Some hailed him as a folk hero, a digital David taking on the Goliath of government surveillance. Others condemned him as a dangerous criminal, a reckless individual who had jeopardized national security. Deviant's story became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the power and peril of hacking in the digital age. His current whereabouts and activities are unknown. Some whisper that he cut a deal with the government, trading his skills for leniency. Others believe he's gone dark, biding his time, waiting for the right moment to re-emerge on the digital stage. The story of Deviant, though extraordinary, highlights the very real threat of cyber warfare. This isn't a problem for the future, it's happening now. Every day, governments and organizations around the world are targeted by hackers, both state-sponsored and independent. The digital battlefield is silent, invisible, and potentially more dangerous than any physical battlefield we've ever known. The threat of nuclear war has long cast a shadow over humanity, but cyber warfare presents a different kind of fear. Nuclear weapons require massive resources and leave a trail of destruction that's impossible to ignore. Cyber weapons, on the other hand, are readily available, relatively cheap, and can be deployed with devastating effect from anywhere in the world. So, I ask you this, are hackers like Deviant lone wolves, or are they pawns in a larger game, manipulated by powerful forces? Is the threat of cyber warfare more terrifying because it's silent, invisible, and potentially far more devastating than any bomb? Think about it, talk about it. The future of our world may depend on it.